Okay, here we go, this war of mine. Giving this another go. Now, I recently tried to do a run-through of this war of mine. And the idea was to make it so that Roman, who is a very complex character, I wanted to make it so that he would have an ending that would see a brighter future in front of him. His character has a very traumatized past. I think he has post-traumatic stress disorder. It's difficult to do anything that will make him happy. And I've never actually had a game where it's ended up with him having, you know, a chance at a much brighter future than he otherwise would have. I'm trying to do that here. Need more components. And what I'm doing is I'm doing this. This is the anniversary edition. I'm doing this on the PC. Last run through I did on the Xbox, and I think there's a couple of glitches that did actually kind of cause us a problem. So let's see if we have a better go of it. Good, we've got the wood that we need there to build a bed. These opening moments are very important. We're going to try and get our hands on whatever we can readily get to, anything that's not blocked by rubble, anything that we don't have to break a lock to get to. And what we really need is a bandage. We're also going to need a bed, and we're going to need a heater. Are we going to be able to build those things right off the bat? I just don't know. I mean, the first night we might actually, if we can get a bandage, we can get Katia healing up. That's good news. But I would possibly have to keep Roman on guard, because we can't afford to have to get raided, to be attacked. If we did, Katia would be completely helpless. She'd probably get wounded even further. So we can build a heater, we can build a bed. Don't know if we can quite do both. Right, I want to place the bed near... I like to place my beds where they are very easy to get to. It saves time on people resting. Alright, because we haven't cleared much of the house, it's gonna have to go here. It just has to. This is not really where I want to be building it, but it does mean that at least you usually spend most of your time looking at the front of the house. At least I'll be able to keep an eye on people. I would have liked to have built the metal... Hang on a minute. The metal workshop. That's what we need first. I almost forgot. Build the metal workshop, because with that we can build a crowbar. With a crowbar we can more easily clear the house. And of course we're going to need it when we actually start scavenging. You always need a crowbar. It also counts as a weapon. And we might be spending the first night having to defend this place. It's easier to do if you've got a weapon in your hands. So a crowbar is just so important. So important. That's what we're going for first. Got to find a bandage for Katia. There's bound to be one in here, so there is that. But we've got to start getting her feeling better as soon as possible. So bed, yep. We know that we haven't really got anywhere decent to place this thing. That's the only problem. I don't want him to have to... Alright, fine, that's the best place I can think of for it at the moment. It's a terrible place for it, but it's the best place. We're going to have to keep Katia working, clearing stuff until we can find a bandage. And it really might be a case of that the first night we can't scavenge at all. The good stuff is usually sort of hidden behind something, so... Yeah, I know you want to go to bed, Katia. I know you want to go to bed. But you can't. There's work to do. Come on, work through it. Okay, we've got some good stuff for trading. I like that, I like that. Katia, of course, is a great negotiator, so... What is this? Okay. Meds, handy. Not what we need, but handy. Can we build a heater? Is that at all possible? Okay. No. A few more components and a little bit more wood, and we can. But at the moment, that's just not on the menu. Got to keep on working to clear all of this stuff, and it's a tragedy. It really is, because we want to be healing Katia. We don't want her working like this. Yeah, try and move the rubble. Yeah, if you don't mind, please do. I need to go out and I need to scavenge, but I've just got this horrible feeling that we're going to get attacked if we, if I do that. That would lead to more trouble for Katia. She'd simply be harmed by the people who come to raid the place. So what do we do? Because I need more components so I can build a heater so people don't get sick. I kind of need to go out. I might have to keep Roman guarding, and I might have to just send Katia out, and it's probably a terrible idea. It's probably going to make her worse. But after I've got the bare minimum things that we need, I might be able to just make it so that she can stay a little more safely. Okay, so... I don't want to be trading because I don't want to make people miserable. Semi-detached house has got people guarding it, so I think that we go to the ghost house. I don't think there's any medication there. I don't think there's any bandages. We might find ourselves having to go to the semi-detached house. Can't quite read what it says because of the little recording bar there. I hate this. I hate that we're sending her out when she really needs to rest. Her wound is probably going to get worse. I can't have our home being undefended though. Roman's got to be on guard. There's no way that Katia's going to take any further injury. There's nothing here that can do that, but just the act of rushing around and doing all of this stuff, it adds to that state of injury. She needs to be in bed, she needs to be resting, and I mean, she's got to be bandaged up, really. I mean, that is what will make you better. But we don't have any bandages. At least we can clear the house tomorrow. We can get the rest of the house cleared. There's going to be some kind of bandaging or medication. We don't necessarily have to go out tomorrow. I can leave Roman to guard. Who knows, maybe we'll even get a trader or something stop by. That would be very welcome. We don't need toys, because in this run through we haven't got any kids yet. Children are, of course, an aspect that they added to the game. Definitely changes the dynamic of the groups, changes the dynamics of the sort of story that you're telling, if you like. Bullets, even without a gun, they can be useful for trade, but unless we've got a stack of them, they're not so useful. That sugar is probably what I'm going to use to trade. You can use it to make moonshine as well. But yeah, I've never got to the point where I needed to make moonshine. I've always had enough trading material. When I've got to that point where I'm just like, I don't need another income source, basically. Okay, fertilizer might not sound like something that you'd need, but it is very good for rat traps. Rat traps, of course, are a way for you to generate food. If you have fertilizer to put in the trap, it's just kind of more efficient, basically. You get food without having to use food as bait, so it just makes it more efficient. Weapon components, yes, we need to make some saw blades, so that's something to keep in mind. Food, I mean, you can see why food is perhaps the single most important thing that you could possibly have, but our people aren't hungry yet. We've got to build a stove, we've got to build a heater. We've got to build a lot of things, and we've got to have firewood, so we're going to need a regular supply of wood to burn. Was there anything else here? Have I missed anything? Yeah, let's search this. I'd love to know what is down in there. You know, get some saw blades, open that up. Just check that we've got everything that we can find of value, but that will come later. I'm guessing there's probably medication there. That looks like a medicine cabinet to me. Is there anything out here in the garden? No. Let's stockpile everything. See what we've got. Get back home and then just see how things go. I'm so concerned that Katia is going to wind up more injured than when she left, just because she's been exerting herself, and you know, that'll do it. Right, one thing that we can do, we can bring this back. It's a weapon and it's a tool. Handy, handy, handy. Might need some components if we are going to build a heater, and we're also going to build a stove. So let's bring those. Wood is going to come in very handy. Something that might seem really counterintuitive. Sugar. It's a trading commodity. And it can be very valuable. We're going to need a steady stream of wood for the heater. Let's get the heck out here. Let's see how things go. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Katia's injury doesn't get worse, but I think it will. Let's see. Did anyone come to attack us? If we did, Roman at least was on guard. Yeah. Yeah, now what? Oh, she's slightly wounded. That means she's actually got better. Right, Roman, you're gonna hit the hay first. Yes, Katia, you got some magnificent stuff. We don't desperately need a bandage anymore, because bless you, you just got better by yourself. I'm impressed. We will still rest her today, that's for damn sure. Okay, so we need a stove, and we need a heater, and we can build both. I want to build that heater down here, the bottom left. reason for doing that is I can just keep an eye on how it's burning, basically. So we'll clear this, open this all up. This is a big place. I think that this is actually a base from one of the stories. So as well as the base game, you have some stories that you can tell. I'm pretty sure that I recognize this from that. It says that there's some radio components upstairs. I think that's part of one of the narratives. It's huge. It's huge. I think we've got plenty of resources and stuff in here. Okay, we've got some wood. Use the crowbar to bust this open. That looks like the worst place to sleep as well, but that's where we put the bed. Bandages, medication, books. Our people should be very happy. Don't have a radio, glad to have some books. Yeah, the radio, actually, well, that's going to be sort of priority 3. First is going to be the heater, second is going to be the stove. And then we're going to see maybe about building ourselves a radio. It's handy for seeing what's going on in the city, and it also serves as entertainment. Priority 4 would be upgrading the metal workshop so that we can get saw blades. Okay, this is going okay. I think we've got a good start right here. Oh, that's frustrating when these are really close by. You can accidentally misclick. Anyway, not the end of the world. Right, Roman is done sleeping. That means Katia gets the bed. Let's get cracking with this. We'll put it down there. What I want you to do though, Katia, is to sleep. Roman's got this. Let's build some firewood. Let's just check something. Let's just see how much firewood we need for a stove. So we can't build a stove because... Okay, so 5. So we need 5 wood. We need 2 more components. We are going to get those. Let's... No point in building a heater if we haven't got some firewood to chuck in there, so let's do that. Let's sort that out. Katia's going to get plenty of rest. We can take her out scavenging again. Normally there's a sound effect of him sort of bashing and... Oh, there it is. It is there. For some reason it's just very quiet. I don't know why. Build this. Really want to upgrade the metal workshop. I would like to just completely drain everything of value from the ghost house. It's a safe environment. We know it. It's all unlocked. We're gonna, you know, eventually we'll use up every resource that's there. We'll bring home every component, every bit of wood. I'm going to have to go to other places, maybe places that have some danger. But we're not there just yet. Metal workshop, if we upgrade that, that means that we can get a hatchet. That is a magnificent weapon. It is also something with which we can harvest shed loads of firewood. So we've got that done. Right, we know that we're going to want to build a stove, and at the end of the day I'd better put some firewood on just so that we can keep this place warm overnight. Let's see if we can clear this and just see what is here. If we can, great. If we can't, it's okay, fine. We certainly need to build a stove by tomorrow. We certainly don't want to be eating raw food. Got some water, so that's great. That's something that we need for the manufacture of food. We could do with a water still as well, ideally at some point. is that more important than a radio? It probably is. Because I mean, whatever is happening out in the world, it's one thing to know about it. If you can't really do anything about it, then well, knowing about it is nice, but it's not vital, is it? At least it's warm. Yeah, you got all of these blazing fires here. They've been going for a day. The artwork and the music, though, in this game is just thoroughly beautiful. It really is. You can see that Katia is recovering. That is magnificent. What is it we needed for the stove? It was some components, wasn't it? It was 10 sort of those boxes of scraps, and then we can build a stove. I know that we've still got some of those at the ghost house. It's getting late. Good, wood, fantastic. Okay, come on, hurry up. I'd love to check what we need to upgrade the metal workshop, if I can, before the night closes in. Okay, alright, doesn't matter. Shelled School, that is something that's pretty good for us. St. Mary's Church, that is where we can do a lot of trade. And of course, Katia is a trader. So lots of materials, lots of meds. So there's definitely meds available here. I think we stick with the plan. We can leave the crowbar here as a weapon for Roman during his guard duties. Simple one this time. We just search this. We needed components. Wood will certainly not go amiss. We need lots and lots of that. Food, is that important to us right now? Well, let's grab it anyway. That can be used for making saw blades. I think we load up on wood. I think we can get one more decent visit out of here. Although maybe we want to wait until we've got saw blade. Excuse me just 1 second. I'm just going to make a note of what is here, just in case we don't visit tonight. Because what you can do is you can forget basically what you've left behind. Lots of wood, 5 water, 2 fert, 1 pill. So I got my own little shorthand, and this is the ghost house. So 2 ammo, 1 booze, and a book. Right, so just in case we don't come back here, and we might not if we don't have a saw blade, just in case we don't come back, make a note, and we'll see where we are. We'll let it save. I think this will be the end of video 1. Yeah, you got some really good stuff there, Katia. I hope you didn't open up any injuries. Yeah, man. They keep coming for us, bless them. Alright, we're going to call it a day there. Thank you for watching.